Good afternoon, everyone. This is Leon Bibb for Newsnet5.com. WEWS Television in Cleveland, reporting from the 2200 block of Seymour Avenue in Cleveland. This is where the House of Horrors was located. This is where it was located, right here. The House of Horrors that was owned by Ariel Castro was taken down some time ago, and in its place, this beautiful, beautiful park-like area was done. We'll go a little bit into the park area here and tell you about the story. You know the story about the three women, Gina DeJesus and Amanda Berry and Michelle Knight, who were found held captive in this house for 10 years. Michelle Knight held captive for 11 years in a house that stood right where I'm standing right now, in Cleveland, Ohio. It is a story that went worldwide. Many people called and wanted to know more about it. Well, those women escaped, and today they are alive and well and talking about their ordeal. The two women have held, two of the women, Amanda Berry and Gina DeJesus, are in the process of putting a book together. That book is expected to be released sometime next year. Michelle Knight has a book. That book has already been released just today, and I will tell you that it is an unusual feeling to be on this grounds right now. This is where Ariel Castro's house was, right here. Seymour Avenue in the Cleveland near west side. We are about just a few miles. In fact, we are within sight of the downtown skyline. You can see it just over those houses right over there. We are really very close to the downtown section of Cleveland. We've got photographers and reporters all over the area now. They're all over the area because this is the first anniversary of those women being found right here. It was exactly 1 year ago today that Amanda Berry kicked out the front door of a house right here, and ran out into the arms of a man, a neighbor by the name of Charles Ramsey, who said he was surprised when this young woman ran out. And they gave her a telephone, and she called 911 saying, "I'm Amanda Berry. I'm safe. I'm free. You know me. I've been missing for 10 years, is basically what she said. And she ran out. And she says, and there are other women inside the house as well. Police went in, of course, and found Gina DeJesus and Michelle Knight, who had been missing for many, many years. I'm Leon Bibb for News Channel 5. You know, I began covering this story 10 years ago when Gina DeJesus and Amanda Berry first became missing. I covered this story all over the Northeast Ohio area, doing reports, even talking to Loana Miller, who was the mother of Amanda Berry. Sadly, she died a few years ago. She died of heartbreak, really, many people said. She was a Cleveland woman, and she lost her daughter and never got word that her daughter had been found safe, or had been found okay, I should say. Not safe and perhaps not sound. We will let the doctors and the psychologists speak to that issue. But I will tell you right now, on this first anniversary, there are many people who have gathered right here on Seymour Avenue. It is right off West 25th Street. Let's take a little tour of the neighborhood right now, because there's going to be a lot of media here over the next few hours or so. We'll be careful as we cross the street right here. We've got here, and perhaps the neighbors will tell us what they're thinking. Maybe we can get somebody to talk just a little bit about what's going on. Let's go over to 2210 right here, and just maybe we can chat with a couple of people who are on the neighborhood. Ask, may I come on your property? Woman says we can come on the property, but she's not going to talk. How are you today? I'm Leon Bibb from Newsnet5.com and Channel 5 in Cleveland. Yeah. How are you feeling?
Bien.
She says she feels
English.
No English, but she says she feels well. She feels well. And you're not commenting at all today, right? No. What do you think about all that's going on here? What's the feeling on Seymour Avenue right now? What do you think?
A little bit sadness.
A little bit of sadness. Were you here a year ago?
No.
You were not here?
No. I was in the morning, but not in the afternoon.
But you've lived here. How long have you lived here?
No, I don't live here. She does.
Yeah, you're just visiting here.
I visit every single day.
But you heard the story.
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah. Tough story, isn't it?
It is. It is very, very tough and sad.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being with us. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Woman did give us a few words, and we'll walk down the block here a little bit. I've got my cameraman with me and my assistant cameraman with me. They're working with me, working with Jim Lentz and Bob Finner today, two great cameramen. They know this story as well as I know it because they've been on it for the last many years. Maybe we'll talk. Hi, I'm Leon Bibb from Channel 5. May I come on your property?
She said no.
Yeah, she says no. Would you speak to us?
No, I'm a member of the media. So
Oh, okay. Who are you working with?
Telemundo.
Huh?
Telemundo.
Yeah, well, come talk. Come on down. Well, tell me
I
about.
can give you interviews. I mean,
Okay.
she just basically said that she doesn't she's not giving any interviews and
Yeah.
she's not comfortable giving any interviews. So that's basically what she said.
Dile que cuando yo di todas las entrevistas que yo di y perdí las noches, el crédito se lo dieron a Francis, a nosotros no nos dieron nada.
She just said she gave her interviews when the news first broke out, and the credit went to other people, and she's not giving interviews. That's what she said.
You're here covering the story for Telemundo,
I'm
right?
covering the story, yes.
What are they saying at Telemundo? This has been a big story for ever since you guys heard about it a year ago, I would imagine.
It's a big story everywhere, especially here.
Yeah. Where are you headquartered at? How far have you come?
From Chicago,
Yeah. And you're on it just like the rest of us are on it.
just like you guys, yes.
Like I said, thank you very much. Good talking with you. Thank you, brother. As you can see, we've been talking to a lot of people here. How are you? Okay. Talking to a lot of people up and down the street. It is just a short stretch, Seymour Avenue, just a short stretch. We've got a church right down the block here. Many things have happened at that church. There have been all kinds of vigils over the years down the block there. And you've got apartments here at the end of the street, and you've got houses here. I was on this street just yesterday, right next door to the house that Ariel Castro owned, right next door there, right on the other side of our news truck that says News Channel 5. There was a man who came to the door there. He is brand new in the neighborhood, and he told me he had only been here for just a short while, and apparently he just moved in since all of this took place a year ago. But for 10 years, Amanda Berry, Gina DeJesus, and Michelle Knight were held captive. Michelle Knight being held captive for 11 years. They'd all been reported missing, part of the missing persons report in the city of Cleveland. They were held captive and found in the home, or in the house I should call it, of Ariel Castro, who was a musician. In fact, I had seen Ariel Castro around because I knew the group that he played with, and I'd seen him around, but did not tie anything together over the years. And Ariel Castro was convicted and given life imprisonment for plus 1,000 years. But not only that, after 1 month in prison, as you perhaps well know, Ariel Castro committed suicide, ended his own life. And so this street is really trying to heal. We'll be right careful here. We've got traffic coming along. This street is really trying to heal not only this street, but this entire community and this entire area of Northeast Ohio. Hey, how you doing? Good. I'm Leon Bibb. Going on the air with me right now, do you?
No,
You
I
live
don't
in the
mind.
neighborhood?
Yes, I do.
What's your name?
My name is Aaron DeMarlo.
Mr. DeMarlo, how long have you lived here?
I've lived here approximately 4 years.
So you were here when everything broke down, everything came out.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
How has this street rebuilt itself, or has it rebuilt itself, or has it found an emotional rebuild for itself?
Really speaking, I couldn't really say. It seems like the atmosphere is about the same as it was. It was always basically a quiet residential street. So as a comparison to where it was last year, besides the buzz of them being free, it's a lot quiet as opposed to where it was last year of this date.
Yeah.
But usually it was always basically a residential, quiet, quiet street.
And your name is Aaron, right?
Aaron DeMarlo, yes.
Aaron, were you here when the women escaped to freedom and got out of that house that was across the street? Were you here that day?
Yes, sir. I was here that day.
Describe your feelings. What you were feeling that day?
That day, it was really a feeling of uncertainty because of the pranks that we had heard before about the reports, them being buried at another different spot. It was really a feeling of uncertainty and of doubt. But when I saw all the police and them converge on the neighborhood, that's when I knew that it was really some truth to the story.
Did you know Ariel Castro?
No, I did not. I had seen him in the neighborhood, but I had, never had any personal contact with him.
What kind of man was he? I mean, many people said that he was not suspicious in any manner. Before all of this happened, they saw nothing suspicious about him. Is that what you were told as well?
Yeah, that's what I was told, and then by my observation of seeing him over close in proximity to here, it was by the school. And an average man with a child, you just wouldn't think anything second about it, his presence or his nature. Right.
The three women who got away, Gina DeJesus, Amanda Berry, and Michelle Knight, what are your prayers for them right now, 1 year later?
That they just fully recover and that they'll be able to help the other victims and other families that have not had the chance to get the closure and have to be reunited with their family. Because during this time, there was also 3 other women who were murdered on the east side of Cleveland, and those suspects have still not been arrested, and they're still at large, and those cases have brought no closure to the city, and there's still a lot of work to be done. So I pray that they'll be all right, and maybe they'll be a tool to help other families in the future.
How far away do you live? Do you live nearby here?
Actually, I'm right two streets over.
You live on a neighboring street.
Yes.
As you drive down Seymour, do you see people going over to that grassy area across the area where the house used to be? They kind of turned into a memorial park. Do you see a lot of people walking over there?
No, not as a really, no. It's just, I think it's more like it just brings solemn and peace and solitude to it. But I'm glad nobody's vandalized it or, that's littered on it. So I guess it's a thing of respect. People respect it and just take, not a lot of groups or anything. I've never seen anything.
Aaron, thank you so much for talking to me. I appreciate you stopping by our live television camera here. We are broadcasting live on NewsNet5.com. I'm Leon Bibb on Seymour Avenue on the near west side of Cleveland.